Matthew 26, I read this, and actually this is also in the book of Psalms. This is Jesus in the garden. And he starts out like this, and I thought, now how many people really feel this today? They got up this morning, they go to hospitals, or they go to hospice, they go to these places. And this is what he said, my soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry with me here, and watch with me. My soul is sorrowful, even unto death. It hurts so bad you just want to die. That's what he said. And he said, could you stay a little while with me? That's to his friends. You know, when she first had the stroke, she had a lot of friends and family. And as time goes on, they fall away. You don't see them. They're not there. They got other lives. They're doing other things. They won't tarry with you. Jesus is in the garden. He can't get the disciples to stay away. Now, in the natural sense, that could be just what I said, but in the spiritual sense, what it means is they gave it to the flesh. They give in to it. They went back to it. They wanted it. It's comforting to sleep. It's comforting to be awake in there because the Spirit will wake you up and keep you alive. You don't have a choice. And he said, my soul is exceeding sorrowful. And I thought, amen. And then when he realized that he had no friends, and he had no family, and he had no one, what did he say? He said, oh my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. If it be possible, let me stay in nature. If it be possible, don't let me suffer. If it be possible, I don't want to cry. I don't want those that I care about to be sick, and to be down, and to be depressed, and to get old. And then he said, nevertheless, and you can just imagine a sigh. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. W-I-L-T, wilt. That's a past tense word. It's not thy will. It's coming. It's going to happen. You know, we got a plan. He didn't say that. He said thy wilt. W-I-L-T. And it's italicized in the Bible. And the reason it is because they want you to see why it's different. Thy wilt. That means there's predestination. That means God is in power. And God's will be done. Will, already done. That's what that means. Will means already done. It's done. What is to be is laid out and you have no choice. And he said, what? When he come and he find them asleep, his disciples, he said, you couldn't even stay with me even an hour? And I think to myself, I sit in that room and people come and go, and I think you can't even stay an hour. I've said these words. These are living words. These are not words that are dead or said 2,000 years ago and died somewhere across the water. These are words that are true. She spent 10 days in the hospital. That's 240 hours. And I shouldn't say it, but it's true. Her children combined, all three of them, might have been there 15. That's her children. I spent about 200. And they did not stay with me for an hour. And then he says, watch and pray that you don't enter into temptation. The spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak. How true, how true. How many times you just want to say no, you know better, you want it to pass from you. And the spirit says, I'll do the right thing, I'll be the right person, but it's grounded in the flesh, and the flesh is weak. And then he said the hardest prayer of this entire Bible. He said, oh my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, if this cup, the cup of life, what you're going to drink from, if it may not pass away from you. Okay. Except that I drink it. You will drink from the cup of life that is prepared for you. He said 4 little words. I will be done. Let me read this one more time. Oh, Father, if this cup may not pass away from you, except that I drink it, thy will be done. And then I thought, about Lazarus. And there's a lot of churches want to teach a natural resurrection, that there's a dead man wrapped up and the body was resurrected. And that's the way the story is written. But the Bible is a spiritual Bible. And it says Lazarus was dead. And the first thing that Jesus said is, let the stone be rolled away. That stone is right here. And it has to be rolled away. And before it can be rolled away, there is no resurrection. Because the stone has to be removed. And then he said, I do this not because I don't believe, but because you don't believe. He made it plain. And then he said, Lazarus, come forth. Jesus has to call you or you don't come forth. If he doesn't call you, you'll stay in the grave. The stone will stay in front of the cave that you have created, and it will stay there. And I've heard people say that you have to surrender. And I will say to them that the surrender didn't happen because of my choice. The surrender happened before the foundation.